You ready?
Yep.
Okay. I am proud of myself, but when I say that, I feel a bit silly for being proud because I know I'm not at the top. I know this is just one stepping stone, a massive stepping stone.
I seem to get an unnatural level of energy when I'm in the studio, especially in situations like this where there's less responsibility on me.
In an ideal world, we'd have as much time as we could at Abbey Road to finish at least 2 songs, but we only have 2 days.
Lounge about on the sofas, spin around on the chairs, play hide and seek.
Time is important as much as I want to have fun and experiment and mess around to see what I can create in Abbey Road. Where did you put your bits?
I'm an expert.
At the end of yesterday, I was a bit worried actually. I was a bit worried because we got most of Restriction Addiction down and we started working out marching drum. There was a bit of miscommunication about the structure of marching drum. We wanted to change it about a bit, so we spent an hour or so figuring that out. Cello would be lovely, yeah. For like a calm down outro. God, now we're bringing the big instruments, aren't we? So today I was a bit worried because we've got to get marching drum down and also merge the songs together and put my stamp on it.
On which note I think you might be needed in the studio.
Am I needed?
Your parents are here. You know, you're not needed, but I thought you should probably know.
This man over here is Theo's dad.
Hello. Hiya, how are you?
Hi.
Very good. Trudging along.
You look
impressive,
well.
Isn't it? Sitting down having a Pepsi Max. The thing about my mum, she is supportive, but in her own way, and it often doesn't feel like it's supportive, and it might just be a teenage angsty thing. But I think it's because she's scared that something's going to go wrong for me.
Merry Christmas, Mr.
You met Ed now, the one you were heckling on the picture.
I was heckling you. Why was I heckling you?
No, you're going, does he only ever wear that shirt?
Oh, right. Yeah, that one.
I haven't worn this in a while, actually.
My dad is similar. He's kind of disappointed when I dropped out of university, but I think he's always known that this is what I wanted to do. I kind of have locked him out a bit, and they sort of don't see what's going on until something like this happens, and I invite them along.
Make sure there's a consonant at the beginning of every note. So you've got overcommit. Do you see what I mean? Try hitting a note a little bit higher.
We'll overcome it, our love will guide it.
Yeah. You just need to push ever so slightly higher on the come, as awful as that sounds.
The good thing about working with less experienced people is they're not constrained by this is the right way you should do it, or you know, I've done it like this before so I have to do it like this again. So sometimes some interesting things come out of that.
We've been messing around with sort of synth pedals and digital delay. A couple of the guys are programming multiple electronic parts and seeing what works.
I guess the music isn't that conventional pop music. It's a sort of meeting of electronic music and using real instruments.
What are you doing?
We're experimenting with sounds on the guitar.
And just show me what you mean, because
I'm not sure if we'll get anything.
You can't do that in here while I'm tuning, this just won't work.
Can you tell me a bit about what you'll be doing this afternoon in terms of playing things? Because you've got every instrument.
Everything. I'll be doing, I'll be playing cello. Doing some harp bits, I think. Playing some synthy bits. Trying to get the piano to sound a bit more synthy, and we're going to be feeding vocals through pedals and things.
You're going to come out of whatever's going away, is that the idea?
I'm just here to pluck strings and make noise.
Alright, well we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're going to have some experimentation times.
I seem to be slightly out of tune. Although that's probably me just blaming this tool with which I am very inefficient. Have you got enough footage of this yet?
I haven't got any footage of actually playing the song.
Yeah, well, you probably won't because I'm not very good. When you're working on your own, the only person you have to answer to is yourself. But there's no feedback from anyone else. You don't necessarily. There are things that objectively you should do to the song that maybe you don't realise because you're you. Oftentimes, when you're working on a song alone, you're the one who wrote it.
People have strong ideas of what they want, or they want direction, and you have to pick that path really, offering them guidance when they want it, but not forcing an idea home when it's what you think's right, but nobody else does. So it's a kind of, a creative dialogue.
No, because we're going to have the track before that's going to be introduction, pretty much.
Well, I'd still say
let's
I think what
having to boss around my friends and say no to their ideas or say yes to some of their ideas, that's not, that's not nice. You worry about friendships.
I think
no, because we can always put it back. But we can always put it back in later, Tom.
Because the tracks are going to improvise in together. Yeah. We don't know how much of that intro there's going to be.
But we should.
We're all working here. We're all getting along at the moment.
What would be best to do, I think, is to actually cut out the intro so that we know definitively where this is going to start. Because we're laying it down now, discussing how the various elements sound and what it reminds us of. It's actually surprising how much of that original vision has remained intact. Earlier today we were in the vocal booth, all of us getting some gang vocals done, which was really fun. Sort of just having all of us in there and having a laugh.
Do you know what the WI is?
We're not done!
What is our lives?
How did we get in a cave, guys?
When I'm writing a song, I can hear multiple layers going off in my head, sort of almost as if there's a mixer somewhere in there. And the only way to get them out is to just sort of vocalise them.
You can sense that there's a touch of Tom in there, a touch of Ed in there, a touch of Jimmy and Dan, even if it's my sound.
They have no presence, just a hole, just a hole, just a hole.
It feels a lot like a first step, but it feels professional, it feels recognised.
That sounds amazing. You have to keep that before
that's what I wanted, because I wanted them. We can all dream, we can all hope, we can all get here or somewhere, and we want to be, whether it's in our music or whatever.
Sounds like the end of a busted.
Can that be the
guys?
Can that be the end of the radio? Hey, oh, good.
Once people get older, a lot of older people get jaded and give up on dreams and give up on hopes and settle for the mundane and the normal life, and maybe one day I will do that too, but as long as I'm fighting it off as long as I can, fighting for what I love, what I believe in, what I want to do, until I run out of money or whatever it is, whatever I run out of first. That's what marching drums is about, that's what it's meant to capture, is not getting too old, too grey, too old, too grey, too old. Indie electro. I'm not very good at being a model, I'm a musician, despite this pretty face. Oh god, that sounded horrible. Hopefully it will give people some hope.
Sounds like a Miss World. I understand, whatever, good stuff.
I don't know what's next, really. Now I'm recording at Abbey Road. Hopefully something else will come of this.